Our next caller is Eric from California.
What's up, Eric? How can we help you?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Good. Where in California are you?
I'm actually in San Rafael, in North Bay.
Oh, not far from us at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can we help you,
All
buddy?
right, so, love the content, guys. I really do appreciate you guys having me on the show. So to give a little background, I played collegiate golf from 2015 to 2019. And I was going through a lot of personal issues back then, which made me turn to food and alcohol to kind of fill the void. I went into freshman year at 5'7", 150 to 200 pounds by the end of my sophomore year.
Woo.
We had a trainer and we did strength training workouts with the team, but I kind of just ate so much and drank so much that I just gained a bunch of body fat. And I wasn't really going through the workouts with intensity either. I was just kind of going through the movements so that I didn't get kicked off the team. I was able to get past my personal issues and really started to get into resistance training by the end of my junior year. And my buddy Gavin Bean actually turned me on to you guys, and I was able to get down to a healthy 158. Lately, I've been training more for aesthetics, doing more of a push-pull leg split 5 to 6 days a week for no more than an hour a day. I don't do any other specific cardio other than walking, and I roughly get around 10,000 steps a day. And currently on a bulk, eating around 2,800 to 3,000 calories a day. So for my main question, now that I've gotten down to a body that I'm happy with, I'm just focusing on getting stronger. And although I'm definitely improving in my lifts, it's not necessarily translating to more distance on the golf course. If anything, I'm hitting the ball shorter now compared to when I was fat and had little to no muscle. So what are some specific exercises or mobility movements that I can do to gain more distance on the golf course?
Yeah,
That's very common, by the way.
great question. So here's the deal, okay? I'm probably stronger than most golfers. And
I thought he was going to say that.
I can't
I'm
hit.
the strongest golfer
I
ever.
am the strongest person in the room right now.
Yeah, listen.
Sorry, we couldn't help it, dude.
Listen,
go ahead.
Stop speaking so much truth. No, so check this out. I'm definitely stronger than most golfers. I cannot hit not even a tenth of the distance that a golfer can because it's technique.
Yeah.
It's skill and technique. So gaining strength in the gym isn't going to translate if your technique is now thrown off because you're not getting them to connect. You're not working with them together. So
Especially golf.
technique is number one. Now, if you want to do movements to improve upon your technique, a lot of it's going to be rotational. A lot of it's going to be mobility based. It's not going to be bench presses and deadlifts and squats. Those are good for general health and strength. But if your goal is to hit the ball further, I would focus more on skill and technique, and then maybe focus on rotation and focus on increasing a range of motion and connection to more rotation.
Something like, windmills and looking into getting that thoracic rotation and just being able to be more fluid with your body because of the focus being on strength for a while and not really emphasizing, skill and the technique that you had in place previous to that, just getting back into that mentality and allowing, your shoulders to be more loose and free and mobile, along with your hips and kind of work your way down the joints and put a lot more emphasis on freeing up your body to be able to move fast and loose.
I mean, something's got to give here. You're not just a regular golfer. You're a high-level golfer, which was probably playing a lot more golf than what you're probably currently playing right now.
Yeah, you're lifting weights 5 or 6 days a week. How many days a week are you golfing and practicing your skill and technique?
Probably like 1 to 2 days a week.
Well, there's your answer.
And so
6 days.
You're getting great results. I mean, your strength is going up. You've built the body that you want. You still want to get some more strength. So you've completely went from the guy who wasn't even strength training really much at all, or just kind of going through the motions and playing a ton of golf, to now all of a sudden building a physique that you like not only the way it looks and performs, and then also thinking that you're going to keep up the same level of and someone like you is going to see more discrepancy than the average person. An average guy like myself who golfs every once in a while, or like my buddies who golf once every other week, they might not see that much of a discrepancy in this, but you are at such a high level with the sport that this makes a huge difference, especially since you're getting bulkier and strong, or building more muscle and practicing the skill a lot less. So something's got to give here. You got to be either one, okay with probably losing a little bit of the golf skill and seeing that slide back as you continue to build strength and to get stronger and to look better. Or you go, man, I'm going to scale back a little bit of this strength training and I'm going to introduce more skill training back into golf, or more days of golf every week, and then so I can improve that. But
To be clear, the resistance training is not why you're losing your
That's
distance.
right. It sounds like that
It's
when I
the
say it,
lack
right?
of practice
That's right.
of golf. Okay, so it's not the strength training. It's because you're golfing once or twice a week. Now, if you want to really do well with golf, then I would flip that. I'd go resistance training once or twice a week and golf every single day, and then watch what happens. Or just keep doing what you're doing and be okay with the fact that you're not going to golf as good, but you'll look good, you know?
Which, by the way, and we just had a question earlier today that was related to this, that don't be surprised. You could actually still get stronger and only train once or twice a week in the gym.
Yep.
So if you really want to get better at that, at your golf game again, do exactly what Sal is saying. Get back to playing 4 or 5 times a week and strength train full body 1 or 2 times a week, and then like a match.
Add in those kin stretches, I'm telling you, man, to be able to ramp up that and generate more force, out of those hips, be able to transfer that up, in through your entire body and really connect, from fingertips to toes. You're going to reconnect and have more of that athleticism back.
Eric, are you following MAPS Performance?
No,
That's-
I'm not.
That's the program you got to do.
Yeah, that's the routine. So Doug will send that over to you. So Doug will send MAPS Performance over to you.
Appreciate that, guys.
That's the foundation. But again, I would mold it and shape it more specific for you. Since the mobility exercises are general, like the guys are saying, I would do more rotational type things that are going to translate over into golf for my mobility stuff. I would also scale back on the amount of days based off of if I want to see more progress in golf, or I would leave it the way it is if I care more about building strength and muscle.
How many days a week were you golfing when you were competing in golf in college?
Oh yeah, we were playing every single day, about 5 to 6 days a week.
So I'm
literally.
I'm gonna give you a very straight answer. Okay, whatever you want to get better at, do that the most. So that's it. Bottom line. So
That's the formula.
essentially, what you're asking is, hey, I used to golf every day. Now I golf once a week, and I can't hit the ball as well. And now the answer is quite obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
All right, cool. All right, well, we'll send you over MAPS Performance. We appreciate the call.
Well, thanks for answering my question, guys. I really appreciate you guys.
You got it,
Awesome.
man. No problem. It's so funny to me. I get it because people, they want to do 2 things at one time and they don't connect the 2. But if you were at a high level doing something 5 days a week, you move it down to 1 day a week, are you going to see a decrease in your performance, especially if you're at a high level? Of course, of course you are.
It's the
You reduced your practice.
It's the number one thing we get.
Yeah.
This is the same question worded a different way.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, every week we have this. I have this goal and this goal. I want them both.
Yeah.
Well, how do I do it? And it's when especially when they are so different. It's not. There's not a lot that he's
I
going
run
to.
marathons, but I want to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, so just something's
Cool.
got to get, and it doesn't mean that you can't be kind of a buff guy that can run. You know what I'm saying?
You're just not going to be your peak at either one.
That's right. You're not going to be the best version of yourself at running. You're not going to be the best version. And the same thing with him. He's not going to be the best golfer and also the buffest he's ever been. It's just he's now focused his adaptation in that direction. So that's what he's going to
And
get.
by the way, this is how resistance training gets a bad rap, is that people will do
Right.
this.
Think
is
it's
they'll-
bad.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not as flexible as I used to
so
be.
it's taken away from their skills
Yeah,
training.
it must be the strength training. It's like, no, you used to stretch every day, and now it's one day a week. And that's why your flexibility is going down. Not only that, but you have to integrate the strength and muscle into your skill. Look, I'll tell you what. If you're watching this right now and I slapped 20 pounds of muscle on your body with strength, your skill and technique for whatever you're highly skilled at would decrease because you have a new body.
Right.
You're not used to this 20-pound heavier body that you're moving around. You have to integrate the 2.
And you're not practicing with it too.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You got to integrate the 2. So whatever you want to be the best at, that's what you do the most. That's just very simple answer with that.